Welcome to the National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas Chapter's virtual Scholar Athlete Award Show. Tonight, we will pay tribute to the top high school and collegiate scholar athletes in North Texas. We will also pay tribute to several outstanding individuals for their contributions to the game and the region, including WFAA's Joe Trahan and the High School Coach of the Year, Denton Ryan's Dave Henigan.
Hello, my name is Gerald Brents, and I'm the president of the National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas. And I want to welcome you to our 2021 Scholar Athlete Banquet. This year we're going to do it virtually. Last year we were forced to cancel the banquet, and so it's going to be a little bit different this year. We really appreciate you joining in with us. And what I want to do right now is I'm going to turn it over to the guy who is going to do all the work tonight, Scott Murray. So have a great time, and thank you for joining in.
Thanks very much, Gerald, and thanks for all you continue to do for the foundation. My name is Scott Murray, and I'm most delighted to be back again to serve as your Master of Ceremonies for the annual National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas Chapter's Scholar Athlete Award Show. And even though we're unable to gather together in person tonight, we wanted to make sure that the outstanding high school and collegiate scholar athletes we are honoring who persevered and saw success on the football field, in the classroom, and for that matter in the community as well, receive the recognition they all rightfully deserve. In addition, we will also pay tribute to several other outstanding individuals for their contributions to the game of football and the North Texas region. So thanks to each and every one of you for joining us this evening for this very special, meaningful event. The NFF Gridiron Club of Dallas is one of 120 nationwide chapters of the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, a nonprofit organization that runs programs designed to use the power of amateur football in developing scholarship, citizenship, and academic athletic achievement in young people. NFF programs include the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Georgia, and its prestigious National Scholar Athlete Program, headlined by the William V. Campbell Trophy. To learn more about the National Football Foundation and become a member, that's right, you too could become a member to support the game of football at the local level, all you have to do is visit footballfoundation.org. Again, that's footballfoundation.org. Memberships start at only $40, and it is indeed a great way to support the game and our nation's future leaders, while also giving you a vote in the College Football Hall of Fame elections. How about that? And to start things off this evening, please join me in welcoming Byron Williams to provide tonight's invocation. Byron grew up in Texarkana, played football while attending UT Arlington, and was a wide receiver for 12 seasons in the NFL, the CFL, and World League. Byron is a passionate person about giving back to local communities and has been hosting and directing football camps for no less than 23 years. He serves as an elder at his church, has won numerous awards, and is heavily involved in the Dallas chapter of the NFL Players Association. So, Byron, we welcome you. Thanks so much for being a part of our very special program this evening.
Hello, my name is Byron Williams, NFLPA Dallas chapter president, as well as board of director for former players. I would like to share a story about my fifth grade teacher, Miss Reed. She told me about her husband in my high school, Coach Charlie Reed. And she said that I have a special young boy that's gonna be coming to high school. So when I started in the ninth grade, Coach Reed told me that if I make the AB honor roll, he would give me a nice $20 bill for every 6 weeks. So every 6 weeks, I ran to the gym, and he would reward me with a $20 bill. I wanted to share that story because Coach Reed and Miss Reed were special people in my life, and they saw something in me early before. And so you never know how people that's in your life and in your path could affect the outcome. So also, when I got my football scholarship to UTA, the one thing that I did was I read this Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It was my banner verse. It said, trust in the Lord with all your heart, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So with that being said, I just wanted to share that because my path been directed, and I'm continuing to see success stories So tonight, I would like to pray. So Heavenly Father, first of all, we just thank you for NFL Gridiron Club of Dallas, celebrating these scholar athletes, as well as the Distinguished Award winner, Scott Murray. We are thankful for this virtual platform. We value all those who contribute in making this grand event happen. We embrace this special evening, saluting all the participants and all the ones who put this event together. So Lord, we thank you for these young people and Scott achievements, and also their tag, that means their talent, their abilities, and their gift, which have already set the mark and put them on the road to success. So continue to bless them, their families, and their journeys, and we will continue to be grateful in all that we do. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Thank you, Byron, so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with the program, I'd like to take a moment right now to pay tribute to a dear friend, Jim Rolfe. Jim was a member of the Gridiron Club of Dallas Chapter's board and was generous in supporting the chapter's annual Scholar Athlete Banquet each and every year. He attended law school at the University of Texas and would go on to a successful career in the United States Attorney's Office as well as private practice. He received his undergraduate degree at Austin College and continued to be an avid supporter of the college. The school honored Jim by naming their new basketball court the Jim Rolfe Court just this past February. Sadly, Jim passed away just last month on the 26th of February after a long battle with cancer. He was 80 years old. All of us at the Gridiron Club of Dallas will certainly miss our dear friend, but please know our thoughts and prayers are with his entire family. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we begin our program this evening, and we do so by honoring those who have made significant contributions to both the game and the North Texas region. Our first award is the Steve Storie Official of the Year Award. This award is named in honor of Steve Storie, who served as a football official at the high school and collegiate level for no less than 29 years. He last served as an official for the Big 12 Conference before being diagnosed with cancer. Storie lost his battle back in 2008, but he lives on through this very special award. This year's recipient is Eugene Hall. Eugene has spent nearly 20 years in football, officiating, currently working as a side judge for the Big 12 Conference and the National Football League. He most recently served as the side judge for Super Bowl 55 between Tampa Bay and the Kansas City Chiefs just last month in February. Some of the other significant games he has worked include Super Bowl 53 between New England and the Los Angeles Rams, 2 NFC championship games, 6 other NFL playoff games, the 29 and 2010 Big 12 championships, and the 2010 Rose Bowl between Ohio State and Oregon. A native of Frisco, Hall graduated from the University of North Texas. Please join me in congratulating Eugene Hall.
First of all, I would like to thank the National Football Foundation for selecting me for the Steve Storie Official of the Year Award. Steve was a very positive role model for many officials with his great attitude and strong work ethic. I am pleased, honored, and humbled to accept this award and join the past recipients who I have long admired and respected. Thank you to those who nominated me and supported my nomination. And of course, I want to thank my family, friends, and crewmates for always supporting me. When I started officiating football in the Dallas Football Officials Association, I would never imagine the places it was going to take me and the wonderful people I got to meet. I just wanted to work Friday Night Lights. However, officiating has allowed me to travel the world. Officiating football has definitely improved my work ethic, attention to detail, and critical thinking skills. It's opened many doors for me and allowed me to become a better leader. In closing, I would like to thank my wife for being very supportive of my officiating career. She's my toughest critic, my best supporter. I am very grateful for her managing the kids while I'm working football on the weekends.
Well, next up is our Media Person of the Year, and this year's recipient of Media Person of the Year Award is Joe Trahan. Joe is a sports reporter and anchor for WFAA Channel 8 News. He joined Channel 8 back in 2003 and has been a fixture on the local sports scene for more than half of his nearly 30-year career in local television news. At WFAA, he has covered all of the local professional and collegiate teams, while serving the high school sports scene as one of the hosts of Channel 8's High School Sports Special. The native Houstonian began his career back in 1989 during his senior year at Loyola University in New Orleans, when he worked the overnight shift as a news writer on WWL-TV's highly successful morning show. Please join me in congratulating our good friend, Mr. Joe Trahan.
Thanks so much, Scott. I wish we could all be together, but you know we have adapted. My home office here is now a TV studio, and not all bad, because I may be wearing my favorite gym shorts right now. You'll never know. Seriously, tonight I would like to strike a couple of chords: appreciation and gratitude. First, I really appreciate this award. The National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas does fantastic work to help foster the great game we all love, and I couldn't appreciate it more. Message now for all the coaches out there, and let me turn up the volume here on gratitude. I can't tell you the number of times I picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Coach, I need a favor. I got a story I'm working on. Coach, can I do this? Can I do that? I know you're playing for a state title in a couple of days, but can I do a story on your team?" Thanks for working in yet another piece to an already incredibly complicated puzzle. I couldn't do my job without all of you. To my athletes out there, keep up the grind. The mantra here in the Trahan household: there's absolutely positively no substitute for hard work. You know that, you live that, but remember this: you don't have to be the best. We need your best, and striving to get there is where you will find success on and off the field. And thanks to all of you for working through and finishing this past football season when COVID made every day feel like an audible. So there you have it, my chorus of appreciation and gratitude. I can't sing your praises enough, and that's especially true of all of our honorees tonight. Job well done. And thanks again, Gridiron Club of Dallas. Keep up the great work you do. Good night, and y'all take care.
Thanks, Joe. And again, congrats. Well deserved. Our next award is the Outstanding Contribution to Amateur Football Award. And our recipient is yet another great guy, Bo Carter. Bo is a veteran of more than 50 years in college media relations, a graduate of Vanderbilt University. He has been associated with the conference and school athletics media relations since 1970. Bo wrote for the Nashville Tennessean and is a media relations assistant at Vanderbilt before working as the sports information director at Mississippi State during the 1970s and the 1980s. He found his way to Dallas back in 1986 when he was chosen as the final director of media relations for the Southwest Conference before being promoted to assistant commissioner. Bo then was named director of media relations, assistant commissioner, sports information director, and historian for the Big 12 Conference for a decade. A member of the College Sports Information Directors of America Hall of Fame, he has worked over 70 postseason college football games, including the inaugural College Football Playoff National Championship, and no less than 33 Cotton Bowl Classics. Please join me in congratulating Bo Carter.
I want to thank the Football Foundation, and especially the Dallas chapter, Gerald Brents, the president for 14 years, a good friend, for this wonderful honor. Of course, Steve Hatchell, Matt Sine, Hillary Jeffries, all the people at the Football Foundation, much appreciation to all of them. It's been a trying year for the Football Foundation and many other places with COVID, but amazingly, the Football Foundation and the Dallas chapter are coming back to issue scholarships in the thousands of dollars now over the last 14 years to the area high school and college players, and I'm just very pleased to be a part of that. This is a wonderful honor. I'm very much appreciative of all the Football Foundation people. And again, just on behalf of my lovely wife, Joanne, who I married 5 years after I joined the Football Foundation in 1974, I want to thank all of you for this wonderful honor. It's a great privilege, and I'm very humble. Thank you.
Half a century. Well done, Bo. Well, our next award is for the High School Coach of the Year. And this year's High School Coach of the Year award goes to Denton Ryan's Dave Henigan. In his 7th year at the helm, Coach Henigan led his Denton Ryan team to an undefeated 15-0 record and the Class 5A Division I state title in 2020. The state championship win capped an amazing 6-year run for Denton Ryan, in which Henigan had led the program to an 85-5 record, 6 straight district titles, and no less than a 59-game regular season win streak, almost unheard of. The Raiders have appeared in 5 state semifinal games and consecutive state title games. This past season, the team was ranked number 1 in Class 5A Division I from start to finish. Doesn't get much better than that. Please join me in congratulating the High School Coach of the Year from Denton Ryan High School, Coach Dave Henigan.
Well, I just want to thank the foundation for recognizing our program. As the head coach, you always get a little too much credit when things go well. So I'm fortunate in that I get to represent our program and accept the award, when it has my name on it. But the reality is that I've been doing this for a long time, and really what this award is about is a bunch of great kids, talented kids who really bought into the team concept and worked extremely hard. Had a bunch of high character kids, great senior leadership this year. And when you have those things, and then you have a coaching staff that pours into these kids every day, then special things can happen. And then I get to reap the award. But really, it's a program award. So proud of our kids and our coaching staff for all the things they do. And our coaches really pour into these kids every day. That's what people don't understand. The talent we have at Denton Ryan is undeniable, but it's about a lot more than talent. It's about coaches who pour into these kids and try to make them better people, of course, better players, better students, and then ultimately, hopefully, we can make a difference and hopefully make them better dads down the road, better husbands, and contribute to society. So that's really what we're about at Denton Ryan. And I think when you do those things and you combine that with talent and some great senior leadership, and special things can happen. And then you're fortunate to get awards like this one. So I'm very grateful to represent our program. Very grateful for the foundation for recognizing what we've done here. And it's a special award. And so I just want to say thank you very much on behalf of our program and our school.
Well done, Coach. Well, next up is the Legends Award. Now, the Legends Award is presented to either a former athletic director or coach who has made significant contributions to the game of football. And this year's recipient is truly deserving of the award. Legendary high school and college coach, Ronnie Gage. Ronnie was an assistant at Louisville before his first head coaching job at Justin Northwest, where he led a turnaround from a winless first season in 1987 to consecutive 8-win campaigns in the following 2 years. His success led him back to Louisville, where he earned District Coach of the Year honors 5 times, while leading the Farmers to 2 state championships and 5 outright district titles. He served as the head coach at Austin College before returning to the high school ranks back in 2010 as the head coach at Barbers Hill outside Houston, where he had 5 winning seasons and added 1 last district title. After 2 final seasons at Paradise, Coach Gage retired following the 2017 season, having accumulated no less than 187 career high school wins. A Texas High School Coaches Association Hall of Honor inductee, he co-wrote the 2019 book, The Life Coach, Small-Town Lessons on Faith, Family, and Football, in which he shares the important life lessons he learned both on and off the field of play. Please join me in congratulating Coach Ronnie Gage.
Thanks to the Dallas Football Federation Gridiron Club for this very nice honor that I'm receiving tonight. All I ever wanted to do was coach, and all I ever wanted to do was be the best at my craft and try to make a difference in a positive way. I feel very blessed to have been able to coach for 42 years, and I'd like to thank the kids, the parents, the administrators, and the coaches that I've been able to come across over the years who always was there to make me a better coach. I'd like to thank my family, my wife and my son and my 2 daughters for being the best coaching family ever. In this business, that's so important. And they were always there and always supportive. And my wife's always been my rock and my right-hand person. My grandkids call me coach, and I'm very, very honored to carry that title of coach, and I'll always be a coach. I thank God every day for having the opportunity to do something that I really love, and it really means a lot to me. I've never gone to work a day in my life, and I have no regrets over 42 years. If I had it to do over, I'd start again tomorrow. And for all you coaches out there, man, you make a difference. Just be proud of that title and do things the right way, and this profession will continue to grow and get better. thanks again to everyone that's involved in this. I feel very honored and very thankful to have received this award.
Pretty good stuff. Quite a lineup. And certainly our congratulations to all of our award recipients thus far this evening. One of the goals of the National Football Foundation is to honor the legends of the past and inspire the leaders of our future. Since 1958, over half a century ago, football's most enthusiastic supporters have gathered each and every year at the NFF Annual Awards Dinner just to do that. The Black Tie Affair provides the induction of the College Football Hall of Fame class, the presentation of the William V. Campbell Trophy, and the NFF National Scholar Athlete Awards, as well as the presentation of other major awards to some of the nation's elite leaders. After a break in 2020 due to the pandemic, the dinner will be back in full force on December 7th of this year, as the NFF inducts both the 2020 and 2021 College Football Hall of Fame classes. Having been to hundreds of those events over the years, this is without a doubt one of my favorites. It is first class from start to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Football Foundation's Annual Awards Dinner.
A heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFF never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
When you see the young men on a football field having been given that opportunity to come from humble circumstances and to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
I am convinced that the game and how we play it is more important today than ever before. We are a nation that needs football.
Just encourage all you coaches to make the game as healthy as we can, because college football, it's the greatest thing ever invented.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Hatchell, the President and CEO of the National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame. I want to congratulate all of tonight's honorees who are prime examples of all that's good in the game of football. You and your families should be very proud of all of your accomplishments, and we salute you. It's my distinct honor to present the National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas's chapter Distinguished Texan Award. First bestowed in 2009, the Distinguished Texan pays tribute to an outstanding person who has maintained a lifetime of interest in the game of football and has been a significant contributor to the betterment of the sport of football in Texas. Think about that, for the betterment of sport in Texas for football. This year I'm pleased to present the award to my very dear friend and legendary Dallas-Fort Worth broadcaster, Scott Murray. From U.S. presidents to U.S. Opens, the World Series to the World Cup, Olympic Games to 30 straight Super Bowls, Scott has covered them all during his standout broadcasting career. And what a career it's been. He has spent over 3 decades with NBC Television as a multi-Emmy award-winning television anchor and broadcast journalist, earning Sportscaster of the Year 17 times. Although he retired from nightly television news, he continues to host TV shows and a podcast, is a published author, and a sought-after MC, host, moderator for countless conferences and charitable events. He is simply tireless. Always wanting to give back, Scott has served in the NFF Gridiron Club of Dallas Chapter Board of Directors since the chapter's inception in 2008. He volunteers his services at the awards banquet as its MC each year, while also helping to secure top-flight sponsors, guest speakers, and honorees. Scott also serves on countless boards of charities and sports organizations in the region, and he has received numerous awards for his work. Not surprisingly, Man of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, Humanitarian of the Year. He is, without a question and without a doubt, a distinguished Texan. His impact on the game and the communities in North Texas truly make him deserving of our chapter's highest honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great and distinct privilege, on behalf of the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame, the Gridiron Club of Dallas, and its board of directors, to present our Distinguished Texan Award to Scott Murray. Scott?
Hello, my friend. How are you? Well, that's fantastic. You have no idea what this means to me. Having been a part of this program since it started, to see all these Texans come up here in years past, most recently, Drew Pearson,
Right.
getting ready to go in the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio this coming summer. You won this a couple of years ago. And Grant Taft, our first recipient, which was really kind of special to me because I remember covering Grant as a broadcaster, and yet both my kids ended up graduating from Baylor University. So it's very, very special. And I'll just tell you one quick story. Without embarrassing you, Steve, I've looked up to you and all the people at the NFF almost as a second dad. You have been a friend for years. So this is very, very special, and I want you to know that you're the one presenting this to me, and all that you do on behalf of the College Football Hall of Fame, the National Football Foundation, the Gridiron Club of Dallas, and the list goes on and on and on. But this is special. My dad used to tell me, go, 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 and he'd throw me the passes. I was all of this big, and every time I drop it, Dad, I can't do this. He said, yes, you can, because you can. Because you can. And I remember that to this day. So this is very special. And my dad, I lost about 10 years ago, but I know he's looking down, most proud of what this is all about. And I certainly want to thank my wife, Carol, for her support, and my son and business partner, Doug, who, as a youngster like me, learned early about the great game of football and the importance of striving to be a champion in life. Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm most proud to be a part of it. Thanks to all of you as well. This is very, very special. And also, we'd like to thank and make note of all the very special people, our team members. They are the ones who allow us to share the message we've all been a part of tonight. Clearview Foundation, Hellas Construction, Bob's Steak and Shop House, TCU Football, Football Writers Association, Justin Blaylock Foundation, and Charles Stanton Sharp family. We thank them all for their kindness and their continued support and generosity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now indeed my honor to introduce to you an outstanding group of collegiate scholar athletes. We'll start with SMU's Judah Bell. Judah came to SMU from Bishop T.K. Gorman Catholic School in Tyler. He played in all 10 games for the Mustangs in 2020, appearing at tight end and on special teams, majoring in sports management and political science, graduating in 2021. He was a voting member of SMU's Student Athlete Advisory Committee and is intern for Congressman John Ratcliffe and Colin Allred. From the University of North Texas, Dion Hare Griffin. Dion came to North Texas after attending Fort Worth Arlington Heights. He was a wide receiver and second-team All-Conference USA kick returner for the Mean Green. Member of the President's List and volunteer with Campus Outreach, member of Football Leadership Council, and Student Athlete Advisory Board. From TCU, Antonio Ortiz. Antonio came to TCU after attending Benedictine College Prep in Virginia. He served as the team's long snapper for the last 3 seasons, two-time first-team academic All-Big 12 selection. Antonio is majoring in health and fitness. From Texas A&M Commerce, Dominique Ramsey. Dominique came to Commerce after attending Judson High School in Converse, Texas. Two-time first-team All-American as an all-purpose player, appearing at both safety and return specialist. He's a member of the Lone Star Conference All-Academic team who helped the Lions win the 2017 Division II national title. A double major in industrial engineering and mathematics. He's expected to graduate this coming May. Congratulations certainly in order to all of the collegiate scholar athletes on their well-deserved recognition. And now, let's turn our attention to our outstanding group of high school scholar athletes. A few of our past high school scholar athletes have gone on to great success on the field, including Solomon Thomas from Coppell, who went on to Stanford University and now plays for the San Francisco 49ers in the National Football League. Frisco Liberty's Jay Ajayi, who attended Boise State and helped guide the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl victory back in 2018. How about that? And Plano Senior's Rex Burkhead, who went on to Nebraska and was a key part of the Patriots' Super Bowl victory the following year in 2019. A very impressive trio. And yet, the rest of our high school scholar athletes have also gone on to very successful careers in medicine, law, engineering, business, education, coaching, among many, many other fields. So please, always remember, no matter where your success might take you, you are all in very good company. And we're most proud of your great success and every single one of you. And now, we're going to highlight just a few of the amazing accomplishments of these outstanding scholar athletes. From Mansfield Lake Ridge, Jordan Allen. Jordan was an all-district center for the Eagles. Honorable mention Academic All-State, was twice Academic All-District. Team captain, and was a member of the Junior ROTC and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. From Hearst Bell, Muhammad Al-Sayed. Muhammad was an all-district center for the Blue Raiders, honorable mention Academic All-State selection, and AP honor student. He was the team captain and leadership council member, took part in a community cleanup project. From Prosper Rock Hill, Jared Bartz. Jared was an offensive and defensive lineman for the Blue Hawks, who played their inaugural football season in 2020. Second-team Academic All-State honoree, ranks in the top 10% of his class. National Honor Society member, helped organize numerous food drives. From Mesquite, Jaden Brown. Jaden was a 3-time All-District linebacker for the Skeeters, 2020 District Defensive Player of the Year, earned second-team Academic All-State honors. Multi-year team captain, took part in a mentoring program at a local elementary school. From Dallas Conrad, Malik Brown. Malik was a second-team All-District selection as the Chargers quarterback. Senior team captain, also took part in the DISD Athletics Leaders in Training program. From Dallas, North Dallas, Cedric Berkeley. Cedric was a 2-time All-District tight end for the Bulldogs, member of the football team Leadership Council and the school Student Leadership Council. Homecoming King, was captain of the football team's car washes as well. From Lucas Lovejoy, Chief Collins. Chief was a safety and all-district wide receiver for the Leopards, guided the team to an undefeated regular season, a district title, and a berth in the state quarterfinals in 2020. He was the team captain and a leader on the bass fishing team, also as well vice president of the Young Men's Service League. From Fort Worth Western Hills, Jude Collins. Jude was a first-team All-District punter and kicker, and the district special teams player of the year for the Cougars, team captain and second-team Academic All-State selection, ranks 10th in his graduating class, a member of the School Council Advisory Board as well. From Carrollton Newman Smith, Iñaki Cortez. He was a standout linebacker for the Trojans, second-team Academic All-State honoree as well, ranks in the top 10% of his graduating class. From Plano Senior, Jonathan Tway. Jonathan was a kicker and punter for the Wildcats and earned elite Academic All-State recognition. National Merit Commended Scholar, ranks in the top 5% of his class, and volunteered more than 75 hours at the North Texas Food Bank. Founded Goals for a Cause to provide free online tutoring during the pandemic. From Denton Ryan, Keegan Cunningham. Keegan was a first-team All-District wide receiver who guided the Raiders to a perfect season and the 5A Division I state title in 2020. First-team Academic All-State honoree, ranks 5th in his graduating class academically. National Honor Society member, has been student body president for 3 years. From Allen, Sean Donahue. He was a running back for the 2020 District Champion Eagles, first-team Academic All-State selection, ranks in the top 10% of his class, and is a National Merit Commended Scholar. He's the past president of the Young Men's Service League and involved in Allen Community Outreach. From Ennis, Colin Drake. Colin is a 2-time district MVP, led the Lions to consecutive district titles and the state quarterfinals back in 2019. Two-year team captain, was named to the Academic All-State Elite Team, the salutatorian of his graduating class, and member of the Principal and Superintendent's Advisory Committees. From Mesquite Poteet, Jonathan Eccles. Jonathan was a first-team All-District offensive lineman and captain for the Pirates. Second-team Academic All-State honoree, he ranks 12th in his graduating class. National Honor Society members community service, includes toys for tots and reading to elementary school students. From Red Oak, Joshua Irvin. Joshua is a 2-year all-district quarterback who captained the Hawks to the state quarterfinals in 2020. Second-team academic all-state honoree, ranks in the top 10% of his graduating class. Student Advisory Council member and Red Oak Elementary volunteer. From West Mesquite, Denzel Evans. Denzel was a standout safety for the Wranglers, academic all-district selection, and he received In-N-Out Burger Scholar Athlete of the Week honors during the season. From Lake Highlands, Luke Fairbanks. Luke was a first-team all-district linebacker who captained the Wildcats to a district title in 2020. Elite academic all-state team member, is the salutatorian of his graduating class. He's also president of the Young Men's Service League and participant in Peer Helpers program. From Dallas Thomas Jefferson, Lane Flores. He was a receiver, defensive back, and special teams player for the Patriots. Team captain, voted most dedicated player and most improved. Also a member of the wrestling and the baseball teams. From Denton, Matthew Garcia. He was a 2-time all-district offensive lineman for the Broncos, also second-team academic all-state selection, and 2-time team captain. In addition, 2-time all-state jazz ensemble and member of the National Youth Orchestra Jazz Program. From Mesquite Horn, Casey Griffin. Casey earned all district honors while playing defensive end, linebacker, and halfback for the Jaguars. Honorable mention academic all-state honoree and 2-year captain. He also volunteered with JFL All-Stars, the Mentor Program, and Horn Heroes. From Plano East, Dylan Hayden. Dylan played quarterback for the Panthers. The team captain has appeared in multiple All-America games. He is a member of PALS and took part in a suicide prevention program. From Richardson, Marcus Jackson. Marcus was a 2-time all-district linebacker who led the Eagles to a playoff berth for the first time in almost a decade. Honorable mention academic all-state honoree, ranks in the top 20% of his class academically. Team captain, served as a Richardson High School peer helper. From Dallas Bryan Adams, Jack Janes. Jack was a 2-time first-team all-district defensive tackle and also earned all-district recognition as a snapper for the Cougars. 2-year captain, earned honorable mention academic all-state accolades. He's also a 3-year member of the Cougar Unity Council and took part in community service through Cougar Helpers. From Dallas Segoville, Tavon Jeffrey. He earned all district honors at running back and defensive back for the Dragons, team captain as a senior, and made the AB honor roll every single year. From Dallas Kimball, Jeremias Johnson. Jeremias earned first-team all-district laurels at running back for the Knights. 2-year captain, ranks in the top 20% of his graduating class academically. Took part in a summer internship program with the Independence Corps Foundation. From Richardson Berkner, Devin Joshua. Devin was a 2-time all-district running back and 2-year captain for the Rams. 3-time academic all-district honoree, took home second-team academic all-state recognition in 2020. He plans to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. From Plano West, James Laprecido. James was an all-district defensive tackle for the Wolves, first-team academic all-state honoree, and National Merit Commended Scholar. Has volunteered with Operation Kindness and Habitat for Humanity. From Frisco Memorial, Jeremy Lau. Jeremy was a 2-time all-district selection and 2-year captain for the Warriors. First-team academic all-state honoree, he ranks in the top 10% of his class academically. National Honor Society member, has volunteered with the Salvation Army and Kids Against Hunger. From Highland Park, Cameron Laurie. Cameron was a first-team academic all-state defensive end who helped the Scots to a district title and the state quarterfinals in 2020. National Merit semifinalist and a member of the orchestra who ranks in the top 5% of his class academically. Vice President of Highland Park Students for Peace in the Middle East and an avid volunteer in his community. From Prosper, Herman Lee. Herman was a first-team All-District linebacker while captaining the Eagles to the state quarterfinals in 2020. Honorable mention Academic All-State and two-time Academic All-District selection. He's the homecoming king, helps mentor elementary students in the district. From South Grand Prairie, Zeriel Lopez. He was a two-time All-District offensive tackle for the Warriors, ranks in the top 6% of his class, and will graduate high school with an associate's degree. How about that? Volunteered as an assistant coach for a local youth football team. From Fort Worth, Pasco, William Marshall. After not playing football since junior high school, William joined the Panthers as a senior, becoming a captain and earning District All-Purpose Athlete of the Year. Elite Academic All-State team selection, ranks in the top 6% of his class academically. Multiple community service hours with the National Honor Society. From Dallas Woodrow Wilson, Jay Matney. Jay earned honorable mention All-District honors playing tight end and defensive end for the Wildcats. Two-year captain and National Honor Society inductee, he was a member of the Student Athlete Leadership Council. Young Men's Service League volunteer, also participated in the choir and musical theater. From Mansfield, Timberview, Tristan McDonald. Tristan was a first-team All-District linebacker, while captaining the district champion Wolves to the state regionals. Academic All-State and All-District selection, he ranks in the top 6% of his graduating class academically. Student council member, serves as a peer tutor, and is a volunteer with the food and toy drives. From McKinney Christian, Blake McGraw. Blake was a second-team All-District quarterback and team captain for the Mustangs. He had the most passing yards in a single game nationally in 2020 with 634. Academic All-State selection, who has volunteered at youth football and basketball camps. From Waxahachie, Clyde Mellick. Clyde was a punter and first-team All-District kicker for the Indians. First-team Academic All-State selection, ranks in the top 6% of his class academically. Senior class vice president, took part in a 5-week mission trip across the entire United States. From Carrollton R.L. Turner, Yash Narzeen. He was a standout tight end and defensive lineman for the Lions. National Honor Society member, ranks in the top 6% of his class academically. Co-founder of the Investments Club, has over 60 hours of cumulative community service. From Blooming Grove, Colton Nicholson. Colton was a two-time first-team All-District selection at tight end and defensive end for the Lions. First-team Academic All-State selection, ranks first in his graduating class academically. He's a two-year captain and is vice president of Blooming Grove's Future Farmers of America chapter. From Dallas Spruce, Willie Owens. Willie twice earned first-team All-District honors while playing center and defensive end for the Timberwolves. Team captain, ranks in the top 20% of his graduating class academically, and has volunteered with the North Texas Food Bank and campus cleanup. From Dallas Molina, Matthew Perez. Matthew was a standout linebacker and tight end for the Jaguars. Two-year team captain, ranks in the top 30% of his class academically, works at Home Depot on weekends and after practice. From Whitesboro, Devin Price. He was a two-time All-District running back and two-year team captain for the Bearcats, first-team Academic All-State selection, and National Honor Society inductee. He ranks 8th overall in his graduating class academically. Leadership Council member, has volunteered at an animal shelter and works with the Special Olympics. From McKinney Boyd, Luke Reber. Luke was an All-District linebacker for the Broncos, second-team Academic All-State, and two-time Academic All-District honoree. He's a member of the National Honor Society, serves as a PALS mentor as well. From Dallas Sunset, Alex Rodriguez. Linebacker and three-year captain, Alex led the Bisons in tackles in 2020. Dean's List member, maintained a 3.0 average GPA throughout his entire high school career. Homecoming king, tutored elementary students, and is an avid volunteer at his church. From Carrollton Creekview, Dalton Ross. Dalton was an all-district offensive lineman for the Mustangs, honorable mention academic all-state selection, and team captain. Has volunteered at health fairs and preparing and serving meals to first responders. From Frisco Lone Star, Alessio Russolillo. He was an all-state and three-time all-district selection at linebacker for state regional qualifying Rangers, academic all-state selection, and two-year captain, part of the Rangers impacting the community and an elementary reading program. From Dallas-Lincoln, Carmelo Sasser. Carmelo was the 2020 District Offensive Lineman of the Year for the Tigers. Two-year captain, was also all-district as a junior. Class vice president and debate team captain. Took part in football team's mentoring program at a middle school. From Dallas Samuel, Markeaton Sellers. He was a first-team all-district defensive lineman for the Spartans. The team captain also played tight end. Ranks in the top half of his graduating class academically. From Covenant School of Dallas, Ben Spangler. Ben was a three-time all-district selection, earning first-team honors at quarterback during his senior year for the Knights. Two-year captain, ranks first in his graduating class, and received the silver medal on the National Latin Exam. Senior class president, has volunteered at camps, and is also a member of multiple honor societies. From Dallas Jesuit, Jake Taylor. Jake was a first-team all-district running back for the Rangers, surpassing 1,000 rushing yards as a junior and again as a senior. Team captain, also ranks first in his graduating class academically and is a member of the National Honor Society, student council member, and two-year leader of Jesuits' Ignatian Service Corps. From McKinney North, Alan Tierra Blanca. Alan was a tight end and offensive lineman for the Bulldogs. Academic All-State, academic All-District selection as well. Avid club president, has over 100 hours of community service, and will be the first to ever in his family go to college. Congratulations. From McKinney, Will Thompson. Will was a first-team all-district offensive lineman as a senior for the Lions. He was also honorable mention, all-district, as a sophomore and again as a junior. And he was also a two-year team captain. From North Mesquite, Liam Thornton. Liam was honorable mention academic all-state while quarterbacking the Stallions. Team captain and National Honor Society member, ranks in the top 5% of his graduating class academically. He volunteered with Toys for Tots and served as an elementary school mentor. From Midlothian, Caleb Tompkins. He was a three-time all-district defensive end for the Panthers. Three-year captain, was an honorable mention academically all-state honoree. President of the Midlothian High's Faith-Filled Friends Organization. From Keller Central, Landon Walker. Landon was a team captain who played quarterback and wide receiver for the Chargers. Second-team academic all-state selection. Member of the choir who volunteered at his church and served as a Little League coach and mentor. From Coppell, Ryan Walker. Ryan was a second-team all-district quarterback for the Cowboys. Team captain, was a consistent member of the academic honor roll. Secretary of the Young Men's Service League, and logged more than 25 hours of community service each year of his high school. From Granbury, Zachariah Watson. Zachariah was a two-time first-team all-district running back for the Pirates, two-year captain and three-year member of the Superintendent's Leadership Committee, lead youth pastor, and an avid volunteer at his church. From Midlothian Heritage, Hayden Wigginton. Hayden was a three-time All-District and two-time first-team All-District wide receiver for the district champion Jaguars, team captain and second-team academic All-State honoree. Not to mention choir and National Honor Society member. He took part in local mission work and also went on a mission trip to the country of Brazil. From Trinity Christian Addison, Connor Williams. Connor was a captain and first-team All-District quarterback for the Trojans. Academic All-State selection, has been summa cum laude all 4 years of high school, and is a National Merit Commended Scholar. Multi-year class officer, has over 100 hours of community service. From Dallas Wilmer Hutchins, DeMondre Williams. He was the 2020 District MVP and first-team All-District linebacker for the district champion Eagles. Two-year captain, was the football representative on the Student Government Association, member of his church choir, and volunteer for the food drives, neighborhood cleanups, and Toys for Tots. From Dallas Corner, Case Williams. He was the district offensive MVP and a two-time first-team All-District quarterback for the Cowboys. Two-year captain, ranks 12th in his graduating class academically. He's student body vice president and student ambassador. From Brewer, Austin Worley. Austin was a second-team All-District center who also played on the defensive line for the Bears. Three-year captain and first-team academic All-State honoree, is the valedictorian of his graduating class of 436. Class president all 4 years, and was a member of the Hope Squad, National Council, and National Suicide Prevention Program. Wow. Over and above, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we salute our stellar 2021 High School Scholar Athlete honorees. And I know you're there virtually, wherever you might be. I can hear your applause for each and every one of these incredible young men. Well done, gentlemen. Above and beyond. And now it's time to reveal the NFF Gridiron Club of Dallas Scholar Athlete of the Year. Yes, indeed. Each year we present this award to the top high school scholar athlete for his combined academic success, football performance, and exemplary community leadership. And we are most proud to present the 2021 NFF Gridiron Club of Dallas Scholarship Athlete of the Year Award to Jake Taylor from Dallas Jesuit. Academically, Jake is the valedictorian of his graduating class, a member of the National Honor Society, and a two-time recipient of the Haggerty Math and Science Scholarship Award. Now, on the field, he was a team captain and first-team All-District running back for the Rangers, surpassing 1,000 rushing yards as both a junior and again as a senior. He was also a second-team All-District kick returner. And in the community, a busy young man. He was a member of the Student Council and two-year leader of Jesuits' Ignatian Service Corps, the school's vehicle for planning and leading service events. Quite a young man indeed. Our sincere congratulations. Well done, Jake.
All right, it's time for the presentation of the 2021 National Football Foundation Gridiron Club of Dallas Scholar Athlete Award. This is the top honor that we have this year. It's really a big deal. This trophy has been passed around the Metroplex. Whoever the scholar athlete that is chosen by the Gridiron Club of Dallas, he gets a plaque, but the school gets this trophy for calendar year until the banquet next year, where we'll do the same thing. We'll pass it on to another school, another athlete will win it. So I would like to introduce Don English, who's the athletic director at Trinity Christian, and last year's winner, Clark Pino, who's out down at Texas A&M right now, and they're going to award the trophy to this year's winner.
Thank you, Coach Brent. On behalf of Trinity Christian Academy, just want to say thank you so much for National Football Foundation, and I'm so proud of Clark Pino, who was our recipient last year, and I want to hand this on to Clark, who's going to pass it on to Jake Taylor from Jesuit Preparatory School here in Dallas.
Howdy, my name is Clark Pino. I am the 2020 recipient of the Scholar Athlete Award by the National Football Foundation. What football has meant to me over the years is just a place where I can foster community with just the brothers that I went through. During my time in football, we didn't really win a whole lot. We faced a lot of years having losing records, times where it was tough to come out there on the football field every day. But what really got me through was just the people that were around me, and that not only translated on the football field, but also just in the community work that I did and in my schoolwork. I knew that my friends, my teachers, my family, they were always there for me. They were always my #1 supporters. And so just going through things with service, school, which was difficult at Trinity Christian Academy, and just the difficult time that football and everything that it brings, I'm proud to say that I fought with such great players, went through school with such great teachers, people, and just served in a community that has blessed me beyond belief. So humbled to win the award, and so grateful that there's another recipient behind me that I get to hand this off to. Thank you. It was a pleasure to win last year. I'm very humbled to win this, but I'm very excited to hand this off to Jake Taylor from Jesuit. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. I want to thank my teammates, my coaches, my family, everyone who supported me. It's truly an honor to win this. Growing up, it's been something that I've loved. I grew up watching it on TV, trying to imitate my favorite players, trying to learn everything from my dad, from my brother, just learning the ins and outs of the game. Just something that I love, something that I can compete in. But as I came to Jesuit the last 4 years, it's been something a lot more to me. It's taught me, among other things, it taught me discipline, perseverance, leadership, teamwork. It taught me my work ethic that I can apply to anything I'm passionate about in the classroom, in service. Like I said, it taught me perseverance, taught me to lose with dignity and to bounce back stronger, with a stronger desire to win, to compete. And like I said, with help of my coaches, football's taught me about leadership. Not only to lead by example, but vocal leadership. And I think above all, like I said previously, taught me teamwork, the importance of teamwork, and it gave me some of my best friends that I've ever had. And so I owe them this award. This is the team's award now. So I'm honored. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, congratulations, Jake, and continued success. And certainly our congratulations once again to all of our honorees tonight. The future for football is indeed bright, thanks to all of these remarkable young men. And please, if you have not already, might I urge you to consider joining the National Football Foundation and supporting the game at the grassroots level by visiting footballfoundation.org. Again, that's footballfoundation.org. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the program this evening. So until, yes indeed, next year, when hopefully we can all gather together, we thank you for watching. I'm Scott Murray. Stay healthy, be safe. Good night.